Welcome to our last IE News broadcast for this fall semester.
Today, we highlight the soaring success of our student athletes and the programs that launch them into the stratosphere.
We will also reveal a new addition to our radio TV staff, along with some extra insight into our program, and we'll also throw in a riveting top 10 countdown.
So stay tuned for more on today's edition of IE News. Inspiration comes in many forms, but today our noble radio host, Cruz Ayala, brings it to life for us in his Top 10 Countdown.
Hello everyone and welcome to IE News and KLBC.org 1610 AM Truly Underground Radio. I am Cruz Ayala, also known as Fire Eagle. Today I will be bringing you my top 10 inspirational songs which will lift up your spirits during the holiday season. Here's number 10 by Kings and Queens by Audio Adrenaline. This is a song dedicated towards the orphans of the world. At number 9, we have Lamb of God from 10th Avenue North. Coming in at number 8, All of Creation with Mercy Me, which will make you sing in glee while lifting your hands in the air. Number 7, Ordinary World by the artist Red. This song really rocks. And at number 6, We Fall Apart from We As Human. We all go through these rough times, but we gotta keep moving on. Number 5, See My Savior by Detour 180, which is one of my favorite artists. Number 4 is Gold by Britt Nicole. All of you people are worth more than gold. Coming in at number 3, Jesus Was a Rock Star by Scott Stapp. Number 2, We Won't Be Shaken by the artist Building 429. And my number 1 song of all time, I Need a Miracle from Third Day. Don't we all need a miracle this season? Thanks for watching. Now don't forget to check the Long Beach City College radio stations out at klbc.org and kctyfm.org and on Ustream. For IE News, I'm Cruz Ayala.
Thanks, Cruz, for that moving top 10. Athletic coordinator Mary Haggerty is responsible for making sure our student athletes fly over each hurdle, whether academic or athletic. Our sports reporter, Freddie Poindexter, sat down with her to find out more.
This is Fred Poindexter with IE News. My guest today is Mary Haggerty, the Long Beach City College Athletic Coordinator. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Well, Mary, could you give us a little bio about yourself and your history of how you came about coming to Long Beach City College?
Well, it's a long bio, so I think that means I'm old, but I've got about 27 years of coaching and teaching experience, mostly at the 4-year level. My last head coaching experience was at Long Beach State. I was the head women's basketball coach there for 6 years. So I come to it mostly from a coaching background, and when I coached at Long Beach State, I bought a house in Long Beach, loved the community, and then when this position opened up, I thought it was a dream come true. I knew I didn't want to coach anymore, and this seemed like the best possible job, like coaching, without the headaches of coaching, like recruiting and all the weekends. So I absolutely love it, so I'm really grateful.
Oh, that's great. You also have assistants. Tell us his name and what is his duties?
Well, I'm not really an assistant, sort of part of the team. So we have different things. That's Rourke O'Leary. He's the athletic counselor for athletics, and he's a full-time counselor that we're really fortunate that he focuses on athletes and also kinesiology majors. So we're part of we call it the student athlete team, and along with the athletic director, and our big focus is the success of the student athletes.
Oh, okay. So one of your jobs is to promote the academic success here at Long Beach City College for the athletes?
Yeah.
And how do you go about making that happen?
That's probably my number one task and kind of what I've been tasked with this job. As a coordinator, I oversee and coordinate the Student Athlete Success Center. And basically it's one of the success centers on campus. We have computers available for the athletes, but it's a lot more than that. We focus on academic success, skill building in academics. I do progress reports, assistance any way to help them become better students. If we do progress reports and we find that athletes aren't succeeding or maybe getting less than a C in a class, I do workshops, direct them towards tutoring. The other part would be sort of career development, and our athletic counselor does quite a bit of that. Helping students understand, first of all, how to pick a major, what career maybe to go into, then also life skills and sort of volunteerism. So it's a wide range of things, but the academic success is my primary focus.
So the Student Athlete Success Program, how long has it been around, Mary?
It's been around for several years, but I think it's primarily been a computer room where students can use computers. But what we're trying to do, and my vision for it, and at a directive from our Dean, Connie Sears, and the Athletic Director, Joe Cascio, is to make it much more. And we're really developing it and making it much more to develop really balanced student athletes, but the academic success is primary.
Okay, can you give one of the formats in your success is the policy you expect from the student athlete?
Yes. One of the things, and this is new to the athletes, they're going to be required to do 2 hours of study hall per week in the Success Center. They have to meet with the academic counselor 3 times per season. If they're in season, they have to meet with him 3 times. If they're out of season, 2 times. And they also, along with that, they do those things, and if they don't fulfill those requirements, they will lose priority registration. So we don't make them meet with the counselor as a punishment, but we know that students are a lot more successful the more contacts they have on campus, and we know if they can stay in connection with the counselor and with me, we know that they have a much greater chance for success.
All right, and can you tell me about the partnership you have with some of the departments on the campus?
Yeah, we're really fortunate. We've got excellent partnerships with the other success centers on campus, the Math Success Center, the English and Writing Success Center, the Tutoring Center, and as well as the Multi-Discipline Success Center. So what I can do is direct our student athletes to utilize those resources. We also work closely with financial aid, with admissions and records, with the foster care program as well. We have several athletes who are foster children, just a lot of different things. Also work with professors on campus who are experts in their field, maybe in nutrition, and we want to generate their support and help or have them help run workshops for us and help educate the students in various disciplines. So I'm really lucky that we've been really well received on the campus, and people have been overly eager to be supportive of us.
So also you have in place a orientation program?
Yes. We start the year, and it's usually before school even starts, but we have a wide range orientation program for every student athlete, and that can be 400 to 500 students. We bring in people from all over campus. We bring in our police officers, a vice president, deans, different tutoring, the people from the tutoring center, a lot of different resources so the student athletes know who everyone is, they know what the expectations are, and they understand sort of they're part of a bigger community, and that they're identified as student athletes, and it's the first chance we have to have them all as a big group and get them understanding that they have a responsibility as student athletes, that certainly they get to perform in their sport, but they also have a responsibility to behave well and represent the athletic department in a good way.
Oh, that sounds great. So also the Student Athletic Recognition Program.
Yes.
What does that consist of? I'm sorry.
No, one of the things that we do is we do have a lot of requirements, and we want the students to do a lot of things, but we also want to reward them and recognize them for those successes. So students that complete 90% of the requirements that we ask of them throughout the year are recognized at the end of the year at a little banquet that we have. If they maintain above a 3.0 GPA, if it's 3.5 to 4.0, they get another recognition. So we really want to honor and reward the kind of behaviors that we want. And overall, athletes have a much greater success rate than the general students, and that's something that a lot of people don't know. Athletes have a higher GPA, higher transfer rate than the general population, and we want to keep that growing and growing and get it as high as we possibly can.
That sounds great. So your needs for the program to be successful?
Probably the number one need we have, besides this is a great philosophy and a great policy, but it doesn't do anything if the coaches don't support it and get their athletes to fulfill their requirements. So as someone who coached for 27 years, I know if the coach doesn't have repercussions or encourage or motivate their student athletes to perform certain things, especially in the classroom, this program will never be successful. And overall, we've got a great group of coaches. We had our men's volleyball team in 2012. They were the state team, academic team of the year, as well as winning the state title. So overall, we've got just tremendous success and buy-in, and so I've been really grateful for that, working with great coaches.
All right, well, great. Well, I'm glad to have you here, and I see that hopefully success of the program will continue on. And from me being a former athlete, if they had those programs into play when I was in school, maybe I'd have been more successful, and it wouldn't have took me as long as it did for me to attain a degree.
That's what we hope.
I'm glad you're a part of the Long Beach City College family, and we welcome you and your staff. And I want to thank you, Mary Haggerty.
You're welcome.
This is Fred Poindexter with I&E News.
Thanks, Freddie. It's good to see that our athletes are succeeding. Our own broadcaster, Yolanda Cheval, launches her special segment, Airshock, into the creative skies, as she promotes the radio and TV department, while also shining a light on student production and TV history.
Hello, I'm Yolanda Cheval, also known as Lady Fred, and you are watching Airshock. Today, we are excited to introduce the latest segment of IE News to you, here from Long Beach City College. The radio and television program is an important part of this learning institution. We, the students, execute many skills we have acquired through audio and visual demonstration and production. These become the blueprints for future endeavors in the industry. Airshock is an example of what a student can produce here and share with the world of radio and television. You'll receive information about auditorial and visual achievements accomplished by the way of theory and experiment. Oh, what a mere idea can become. The goals of Airshock are to enlighten those who may be leery to enter this field by way of enticement, and strip away any apprehension and take this dive into the magnetic world of color and sound. Start flowing with a fact, perhaps raising eyebrows and dropping jaws. According to history, it was Nikola Tesla who invented the radio. He obtained a patent in 1900, and radio was the genesis of wireless connectivity, the first back and forth signal. Ideally, news, music, weather, and navigation was the prime target for this thrilling and innovative way of communicating. But a few years later, Galileo Marconi patented his version in 1904. So broadcasting flooded into American homes swiftly and brought forth more than just news. This media has closed the gap socially and kept families close-knit. People began to look to TV and radio as the eyes and ears that speak for society. These are just tidbits to provide the understanding that with perseverance, imagination, creativity, the skies are not the limit. The possibilities are endless, and Telsa and others are responsible for the current day wireless communication, and radio has taken us to the moon, where transmissions can now be received. So keep your eyes, ears, hearts, and minds open, because you just never know where those thoughts might end up. Infinity! Airshock, Yolanda Cheval with IE News, signing off.
Thanks for that innovative segment, Yolanda. Although Mr. Noor has been here for a couple of semesters, he is now officially part of our adjunct radio and TV faculty. Our senior producer, Donald Alvarado, brings us this exclusive interview with Professor Noor.
All right, so here you are with Eric Noir, an adjunct professor in the visual media arts here at LBCC. So what do you teach here at LBCC, Eric?
Well, next semester I'll be teaching the editing class, 216, lighting for television, and also TV3, which I believe it's called Mac Computers in Entertainment, or the entertainment business. So those three classes are on the slate. I've taught the lighting class for this is my third semester, third semester, and then a semester or two with the music video production, and the TV3 will be new for me this next coming semester.
It's cool. Where did you teach before you came here?
Well, I taught at Otis at their evening college, which is a more of an art school, art and design. And I taught video production, editing, also lighting, and for the past 3 or 4 years, or the last 3 or 4 years I was there, I taught motion graphics, which is heavily based on Photoshop in motion, basically.
You ever think about teaching motion graphics here at LBCC?
Funny you should ask. They had an opening to teach it, but it's under the umbrella of the art department. And my degree is in cinema production, cinema and television production, and it required an MFA in the plastic arts. So even though I could teach the class, they needed someone to teach the class, I was not the exact fit for the class. But it's a great class, and I'd like to incorporate a graphics class somehow in our television production, because basically we can do a little bit of pre-production kind of graphics to bring it in, but we use a lot of the ultrasound.
Yeah, planes and whatnot.
We'll edit it all out. But where was I? For motion graphics for television production, it would be really nice if we could really do a more expanded job, more involved with opening graphics, lower thirds, as opposed to just using a Chiron or something like that. And you can use it for animation. You can use it for just closing credits. It's an amazing program, and it's not that hard to use if you already know Photoshop. And we're migrating from Final Cut Pro in our editing class. Next semester we're going to be teaching Premiere, and that shakes hands very easily with Photoshop and After Effects.
Right.
So if we can't get a graphics class, maybe in the next few semesters, maybe I can do a module or two of doing a little bit of motion graphics within that scope of that class.
Yeah.
Because there's usually time to do some extra things in there.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing so far about teaching at LBCC?
Well, I really like the students. They're motivated. They want to jump in and do things, which makes teaching a lot more fulfilling, a lot more exciting. The one great thing about this program that no other school really has, when they teach film, video production, you don't get to basically play with all the toys right off the bat. So in the music video production class, students that were taking it as an elective had no prerequisites or experience. We're basically running the cameras. We even had students that by the end of the semester they were doing the switcher, and that it's a full-blown broadcast switcher.
Yeah.
So that is quite a luxury for the students, and it's fun for me also to be teaching in an environment where it's all hands-on. If somebody wants to get up on the ladder, start moving big lights, so long as they're very careful and follow all the safety rules, more power to them. It's really unique in this program. I mean, to illustrate where I went to school before, many, many years ago, it was a 4-year school. You were a senior before you ever really got to touch all the big technical toys that were in the studio. And I think it makes a difference because once you understand the whole production process, the workflow, if you understand it in the beginning, it makes you much better as you progress because you know what you're capable of, what your limitations are of, and I think just, we end up graduating students that are so much more experienced than they are from any other school. So, long answer for a short question.
Yeah. So how did you get started in film and television? Like, what was your first big gig or whatever?
Well, my big gig was I was doing documentaries in Michigan, and I wrote a grant to the American Film Institute and also to the Michigan Council of Arts, and they gave me a lot of money at the time. And I did a documentary that ended up on PBS, and it won some awards. So that was quite a good start for my career. And since then, I was basically doing documentaries, industrial, corporate kind of work that just sort of progressed. And then I thought I'd take a break, go to film school, and sort of backwards, but I went to film school, and then being married and having a child, the day I had my final mix for my senior project, for my final project, basically having a baby and all that, I ended up having to go back to all this corporate work to just pay bills. So I did that for 30 some years, and then I did I produced a feature film in the mid-90s that had all sorts of legal problems, so I learned a lot about the film business and broadcast law, and I could teach that class if we ever have that class, just from all the things I did wrong.
Was it a big film? Do we know of it?
No, it's one of those things that the myth is greater than the project, so it will never see the light of a projector. I could tell you, if you had a lot of time, I'll tell you the whole story, but the end part of the story is that we had it all done. It was going to Sundance. We mailed it in. Then they called us back and basically said, we're not allowed to show this film because Warner Brothers had a restraining order on us, and you can edit all this out. So, but it's an interesting business. So.
Yeah. So do you have any hobbies outside of teaching and film and documentaries?
Yeah, I do photography. I sail. I ride bikes. I garden. I just anything that amuses me for a while. That I've got some entrepreneurial things that I'm pursuing. That's on a more technical level, but independent of anything radio, TV related. So. Yes, I'm very busy.
And finally, do you have any advice for students who are looking to get into this program or graduating and looking for a job?
Yes, I have plenty of advice which could fill an hour, but in a short story, it would be to do as much as you can while you're here. I know some people go off to 4 years, some people finish here and go out and look for work, but it's really important to just be doing, just to get that practical experience. If you write, keep writing. If you want to do lighting, volunteer for as many projects as you can. And then when you get out, or when you have time, I know many people have to work and they don't have much time to do this, but take it to the next step where you do volunteer to do the lighting for a senior film at USC or UCLA or the American Film Institute. They're always looking for crew people. They're looking for camera people, crew people, in every specialty, and that's how you build up a portfolio. That's how you get better in terms of your experience and expertise, and find those opportunities on your own. Because the old days of being hired by a big company and working there for 25, 30 years, like our parents and grandparents did, those are rare jobs. So I encourage a lot of my students to do entrepreneurial things. Start a YouTube channel, or do shorts, put them in student film festivals. Just get your stuff out there, because eventually you will be noticed, and eventually by word of mouth, people know, he knows how to light, or he knows how to write a script, et cetera, et cetera. So it's building a huge network of people that are working very hard to get to that same place. You can't just walk away with a certificate and start looking for a job. It's unfortunate in many ways, because it is so much based on creating your own opportunities that if you sit back even for a while, you just don't work. So if you really want to make this a career, you have to actively spend an afternoon or a day a week looking for that next job. Right. And if you're not working for pay, volunteer somewhere. Absolutely. And get good grades.
Yeah.
Listen to your parents. No, basically that's it. It's that we have all the equipment here, and there's no reason why people aren't leaving with this portfolio of work that they've done. We have, the lab has great editing equipment. We have, in fact, all the labs in the art department, in the library, and soon in our video room here, that we're going to have the entire Adobe suite. So we'll dub in something very clever over the under that. But anyway, we have the whole Adobe suite that basically allows you to make on your desktop. You could do a feature animation. If you had the time to sit in the library and do it, you could produce any any amount of quality work. The tools are here. And if you needed to do something live, you know, we sign out cameras. Not all classes allow you to do so, but there are production classes that do. So that's the goal, is to have that sort of entrepreneurial spirit and use the resources here, and you know, really start as though you are almost a professional the minute you leave. Don't leave here, take a nice vacation, and then start looking for ads, because those jobs are not ever posted anywhere. You know, you really have to work with the people that are here, with the other schools, because we have Long Beach close by. They have a film department, Chapman. I mentioned the other ones. There are so many that there's no reason why within a year you can't know 100 people that are, you know, working towards that same goal.
Right.
So,
Well, thanks so much for coming out.
Sure.
That was today's interview with Eric Noir. I'm Donald Alvarado for IE News.
Thanks, Donald, for that insightful interview. We hope you enjoyed this last edition of IE News for fall 2013.
We would like to wish everyone good luck on their finals, and we hope you tune in to IE News for the spring 2014 semester.
Before we sign off, we'd like to leave you with this special music video directed by students from Professor Noor's music video class.
Make up your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, resign yourself, you're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to